fans, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Screams Reacts. It's been a while.
It has.
Thank you for being patient.
Things have been insane.
So, quite literally, nothing's going on. Everything's fine.
And only getting better.
Before we delve into that real quick, just as a quick note, we're here to talk about the Candyman trailer that dropped. It's been a while since this dropped. I think it dropped like a week or so ago.
And yet we have not seen it or been spoiled for it.
Have not seen it, have not been spoiled for it. So we thought that while we were getting back to our recording schedule as best we could go ahead and give the Candyman trailer a watch. So guys, this is really exciting. I don't know if any of you know anything about Candyman, but the original is a favorite of mine. It's super good. By the way, I'm Megan Salinas.
I'm Katie.
And yeah, so we are talking about the Candyman trailer today. Yes, let's not beat around the bush anymore. Without further ado, Candyman!
I think that's the 5th time you've said his name into a reflective surface.
The legend is, if you say his name 5 times while looking in the mirror,
specifically the
it
mirror.
appears in the reflection and it kills you.
Who would do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Candyman. 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 Candyman.
Why would you do this?
We're still alive. Let's go.
That's fun.
Trina, you broke the door. This isn't funny.
Gotta feel real bad for that
I feel
girl.
really connected
Just in the
to this
stall.
neighborhood.
Walked in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Pretty green. It was the projects. I just moved in around the corner.
The old candy factory.
I'm an artist.
You look up to Candyman. He's the monster that's part of this neighborhood.
Why are you drawn to this?
I'm hoping to spread the story all about Candyman. The mirror invites you to summon him. You should say his name. I dare you.
Candyman. Candyman.
Candyman.
Candyman.
Don't say that. Candyman.
I think I made a mistake.
Whoa!
Put it back.
Candyman isn't real.
Something's happening to me.
He had a purpose for you to be another one of his terrible stories.
I guess he found me. I'm the writing on the wall. The sweet smell of blood. My victim.
This isn't real. It's not real. Candyman.
Cool! Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm not...
Tony Todd.
Oh, Tony Todd.
Tony
My
Todd.
heart!
So they did get him back for this then.
They did. Which...
What happens if you say Tony Todd 5 times in the mirror?
You stay alone. Even though he's magical, he can't just apparate into your place like
That's okay,
Candyman.
I'd be worried if people could.
But here's the thing. For those of you unfamiliar with the original Candyman, Candyman is based off of a short story by Clive Barker, maybe a novella, but story by Clive Barker, who's the guy behind the Hellraiser series. It was made into a film in the early 90s, and it is a classic. If you ignore the straight-to-DVD sequels, it is an absolutely stellar film. Like, it's not just like a good scary movie, it's a good movie, period.
And the neighborhood that it's about, there's actually a good amount of history in there that I can't speak to the accuracy of the film because I don't know enough about it to say so, but That's definitely interesting to do your own research for that.
Oh yeah, no, do yourself a favor if you haven't already. Watch the original Candyman and then go down the rabbit hole of dissertations surrounding discussions regarding this movie. Because even though it's awesome that it has a complicated relationship when it comes to portrayals of African Americans and also of historically relevant places for those communities. So it's
again, do the research because neither of us are qualified to talk about. Like, we know that it's there, and we can tell you to do the research and to look at these wonderful things that these other people have done. We are not qualified to tell you that story ourselves.
But
neither is she.
It is a fascinating movie, and it has, again, the level of educational discussion around it, scholarly discussion around it, is absolutely phenomenal. So when they announced that they were going to do a reboot, you know, my first thought, of course, was like, okay, like, as long as it's not like those Platinum Dune reboots that, like, the early 2000s were super crazy about, like, I'm open to the idea. Then I heard Jordan Peele was involved, and I was like, take
better.
all of my money. And then they said Tony Todd was involved on top of that, and I said, I have no more money left to give.
You already
took it.
I can also appreciate that the main character of this reboot is a black man.
Yeah.
Instead of a white woman.
Yes, it is. It looks like a predominantly cast of people of color, which is great. And not at all a surprise, given that Jordan Peele is the one behind this. I did not catch the name of the director, but I believe this movie is being directed by a black woman.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that. That's going to be so great.
Her, yes, support.
It's it's not good to count your chickens before they hatch. But literally everything I've heard about this movie and literally what we've just seen, I feel really, really good about this reboot.
I mean, if we're going with that metaphor, these are some pretty pedigreed chickens. Like, it's one thing like don't count your chickens before they hatch, and it's another thing to kind of look at the bloodline and go, yeah. Well, like this movie, just with who's involved, has a pedigree.
Yeah.
And so because of what the people involved in this movie have done in other projects, you walk into there with higher expectations because they've proven that they can make one hell of a good movie.
Mm-hmm. And also, given that it's Jordan Peele doing the screenplay too, he likes, if Us is any indication, he likes kind of dark fairy tales, and obviously he's involved with the Twilight Zone reboot as well. Like, he has a real knack for very surreal horror stories. And one thing I always found really intriguing about the original film, again, if you ignore the direct-to-video sequels,
which is what you should always do unless otherwise recommended,
was the ambiguity of the Candyman himself. Like, whether or not he actually was the spirit of this person who had been murdered unjustly, or if he was just the manifestation of all these different stories given shape through belief.
See, I love stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I love urban fantasy playgrounds where it's, oh yeah, no, if there's enough belief in it, it's real. Like, I love that. I love it so much.
I love urban legends and like
but not the movie Urban Legend.
I actually do like the movie.
I know, I'm messing. I know, I'm messing.
But I love urban legends, and I love when narratives play with urban legends, and so Candyman is up my alley in so many different ways, and it looks like this reboot is very much playing with those different facets of the original film's story. So I'm in. This is exciting.
I just love the modernization of it, in that we have this artist who is co-opting this urban legend and does this whole big thing about it, trying to get the story out, but then does the facing mirrors with it encourages you to summon him. I'm like, because of Discworld, I already don't trust two mirrors facing each other. There's very good reason for that. And so that on top of, summon this urban legend in the mirror. And it's like, why? Like, I get it, and I get that I don't know if they're going to play it as a hubris thing or a not knowing your history thing or what, but I love that we've taken this modern twist on this movie that's 30 years old at this point.
Oh my gosh, getting there. I think
Candyman, 1992.
Oh my god, yeah.
Almost 30 years old.
Almost 30 years old.
Jesus Christ. Anyway.
But yeah,
I do love the modernization of it, that it looks like we're still keeping the essence of the story, but we're doing a new take on it. It's not this college student doing her thesis project.
Yeah.
It's this artist who, I don't know, judging from the trailer, may or may not live in that particular housing project, doing the thing. Like, I love this. I love this whole idea.
I'm very intrigued as, by making the protagonist seemingly, basically doing all these things, basically saying, come on, Candyman, come on back. And then, like, kind of, from the look of it, like, Candyman, like, taking over his body, potentially, becoming the Candyman. It's interesting.
Candyman, like, y'all invited me. Okay.
You guys rolled out the red carpet and asked, so here I am.
I'm in your reflection, murdering your dudes.
I also just really like, you were talking about the modernization of the story. I like the modern look of the cinematography and everything like that. It looks really good.
I'm Jordan Peele. Blumhouse.
Yeah. So this looks like it's great direction. It looks like it's good writing. I wonder who they're gonna get to do the score, because Philip Glass was basically playing on a little organ the whole first movie.
Well, maybe they'll get Philip Glass playing on a slightly larger organ.
I don't know if he's still I don't know if he's still in the industry.
They'll find something. It'll be good.
But guys, this looks really, really good. What do you think? Are you guys excited, or are you just tired of reboots in general? What do you guys think of this trailer, and what are you most excited about for this movie?
What do you want to see rebooted by whom? That's the by whom is the specific part of this question. It's not just, oh, we could use this reboot. It's, I want this reboot with this person at the helm, with this person in this role, like as many details as you can think of. What do you want rebooted by whom?
I've got one more. What urban legend would you be most afraid of to be true?
Ben died.
Manhood car door.
No, that's not it.
Oh no, what's Ben died? Oh, is that the creepypasta?
The Zelda creepypasta.
No, isn't it Ben drowned?
Is that Ben drowned?
I don't know. I've never actually
I just know
read
it is.
that
You've
one.
come to a terrible place, haven't you?
You've met with
a terrible fate. I can't get this straight. I want to see it happen because I can't remember it correctly.
So yeah, let us know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Katie, where can people go if they want to find you?
You can follow me all over the social medias as well as on YouTube and Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. Video games on the Twitch and reactions to other things on that YouTube channel.
And I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheMenguin. That's TheMenguin. We are also members of Rooster Team Radio, so go check that out. And I do a Lost Retrospective podcast where my co-host Will Links loves Lost and I don't. And we discuss it.
And I do an Overwatch League podcast called On the Point, where we both like Overwatch and we discuss it.
To each his own. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you all next time. Candyman. Ah!
Nope, none of that.